Hi everyone! Welcome back to our tutorial channel, and for today's video we're going to be teaching you how to make crocheted face mask. So here's a sample of what we'll be making today. It's just a face mask. It looks like this. Put it on. Oops. So this is what the face mask looks like. So for this particular pattern, we'll be putting a link to a PDF file below so you can download the written pattern and the diagram. So the pattern will have two variations. So the first one is pattern A, which is the one we'll be doing in the demo today. So this one is made with a size 3 yarn. So this is 8-ply hand-dyed cotton with a 3.5 to 3.75 mm hook. And the other pattern, pattern B, is slightly different. So I adjusted it to be able to fit, but this one would fit a larger size. Or you can try this also with, if you only have smaller sized hooks and yarns, you can try this pattern. So this one was made with a 3.25 mm hook and some 6-ply hand dyed. So that's size 2 weight yarn, and it's a little loose on me. So that's what it looks like. These are super easy to make. They fit really well because if you can see, it's kind of bumped up a little bit. So yeah, we're gonna be learning how to do this today. So all you need, if you want to follow along to pattern A, is just your yarn, your hook, and if you need, or if you have trouble remembering your start of the row, I would recommend that you also keep a stitch marker with you for that purpose. So let's go to the tutorial. Hello again guys, so this is our project for the day. It is the crochet face mask pattern A in the PDF link below. So you can choose to follow either the written pattern or the diagram pattern. So for this mask, we will be needing a hook. So I am using the Easy Flat in 3.75 mm, and then we'll be needing some yarn. This is yarn weight 3, lightweight yarn. It's 8-ply hand-dyed cotton. So I recommend that you use cotton for this particular item because some acrylic fibers can cause allergies. And lastly, this is optional, you will be needing your stitch marker and of course your scissors to end your project. So let's start off. So for the first row of the main body, we'll be making a chain of 38. So we're just going to start with our slip knot, and then we'll be chaining 38. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. So this is the 38 chain. So this is for the main body of your mask. Now for the starting row, so this is the row where we set up all our stitches, we'll be doing first 6 single crochets. So from the second chain on your hook, as taught, we're going in the second chain. We're going to begin with 6 single crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have 6 single crochets. And after that, we'll be doing 3 half double crochets. So 1, 2, 3. So this is what it looks like. It looks a bit uneven because you can see the single crochets are shorter than the half double crochets. But that's just how it works, because if you noticed in our finished work, there is a bump in the center so that it's kind of fitted around your face. So that's what the variation in the stitches are doing. After that, we'll be doing 19 double crochet. So this is for the middle part of the mask. So 19 double crochet. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. So we've just finished one side of the work, the center, and now we're going to move on to the other side. So this also calls for 3 half double crochet and then 6 single crochet. So 3 half doubles, 1, 2, 3, and then 6 singles. 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So we finished. Now you can see that this is the side. These are the sides, and this is the center portion. Alright guys, so we just finished the first row of our project. Now we'll be moving on to the second row. So for the second row, we'll be repeating this until the 8th row. So it's just the same stitch progression. So 6 single crochets, 3 half doubles, 19 double crochets, and then we go back to 3 half double and 6 single crochets. So I'll be demonstrating for the second row, and you'll just repeat this for the next 7 rows. Now we chain 1 and then turn our work. So for the first row, so we just do 6 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. And then we move on to our 3 half doubles. 1, 2, 3, and then our 19 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 3 half doubles, and then 6 singles. So after this row, we already have 2. Now just repeat row 2 for 6 more times, and I will meet you back when we've finished our 8 rows. So now we've finished 8 rows of our crochet mask. So you can see that it's starting to take shape already. So for this next row, we'll be doing the increase, the cover for the nose allowance. So for row 9, we will proceed with the regular side, but when it comes to the middle stitch, we'll be increasing by double crocheting 3 into the center stitch. So we're going to start with the chain 1 again, turn our work, single crochet 6, and then half double crochet 3, after that, we'll be double crocheting on top of 9 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, now in the 10th stitch, we're going to do 3 double crochets into that 1 stitch. So this is how you do it. I'll zoom you in for a bit. So we double crochet 1, in the same stitch 2, and then 3. You can see that there's 3 in that 1 stitch right there. So that accounts for the nose allowance. Zoom you back out. Alright, and then we proceed with the remaining rows, so that's 9 double crochet, 3 half double, and 6 single crochets on the side. 3 half doubles, and then 6 singles. Alright, now for row 10, which is the last row for the body of the mask, we'll just be repeating the stitches in the center to make 1 stitch in each stitch from the row before. So that's 6 single crochet, 3 half double, and then for our centerpiece, we'll now have 21 stitches of double crochet, then back to 3 half double and 6 single. So we'll just chain 1 again, turn our work, and proceed with that portion of the pattern. Now we've finished the body of our mask, we're going to be moving on to the straps portion of the example. So from the end of the body, which is here, optional for you to be able to distinguish your stitches easily, I will be placing a stitch marker in the last single crochet of that row. Now you can adjust the chains for the strap loops, but what I'm doing here is following the one from the pattern, so that's 35 chains. 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 34, 35. Now, we have 35 chains. What we're going to be doing now is inserting it into, turning our work and inserting it here with a slip stitch. Now, how you do a slip stitch is similar to a single crochet. You will insert your hook into the loop and just pull your hook through both the stitch and the loop on your hook. Now it's like this. Make sure that when you are before you slip stitch, you straighten out your chain so that all the V's are in line, and so you won't have a hard time working through it for the next round. So we're just going to proceed with a slip stitch along the edge of this mask. So we just single crochet around. When you reach the end of that row, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So that's another chain 35. Now straighten out your stitches first, and then proceed with a slip stitch into the first stitch of the opposite of the top of the mask. So you just do a slip stitch here. And this is what it looks like now. It's taking shape. But before that, we have to single crochet again until we reach the start of our round for the face mask, and then we're going to reinforce it by doing another single crochet around the entire perimeter of the mask. So we'll just finish the top portion, just single crochet into each stitch. And then we're going to remove the stitch marker and do our last single crochet there. Alright, so we finished the first round of the mask. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna put back the stitch marker into that last stitch just so we know where to end our work. And then we'll do a single crochet around the rest of the stitches. So we just have to put a single crochet into each of the chains and then the single crochet from the row before. So this is why it's important to make sure that your stitches are straight, because if they are not aligned, you'll have a hard time finding where to insert your single crochet. If you do your chains, if you don't straighten your chains out, it could result to having lumps around your straps. So just make sure that you have your chain straightened out before you attach it to the other side. So in doing our last stitch, we're going to take off the stitch marker and then single crochet and slip stitch into the next stitch, chain 1, and then cut off a significant portion so we can weave it in later, and just pull, and there you have it, your mask. So I hope that this tutorial and the pattern below will be helpful for you. I would love to see how you made your mask by yourself, and if you have any questions, you can leave them below, or you can contact me in any of our social media, which I've also linked down below. I hope this tutorial helped you. I hope that you're having a productive quarantine period, and I'll see you in our next video. Bye!